Well, it is the end of a Monday night. No, Sunday night. I just got a new phone, and apparently it has a better camera than the old phone. And the reason I got this phone, even though my old one was still working fine, I got such a good deal on this thing that that I couldn't resist. I was getting my previous phone was costing me $72 to $74 every month, and I had already paid for it, but they were still charging me that amount. Then I received an email from my internet provider, and they were going to give me unlimited data, unlimited global texting, unlimited calls, but the unlimited data was the best part. And for like $45 plus another $5 for the phone, something like that. Basically, they give me a $480 phone for a grand total of $120, because it's $5 a month for 2 years. And then the phone's paid for. And then they reduce my payment by $5 a month, which is just perfect. So now I got this new phone, and I hope the picture is better. It seems to focus better through the windshield than the old one did. And I've been watching YouTube all night. It was a slow night for the most part, but as you can see, I got out to the airport at the last minute. The time is now 5:56. So it was just a total fluke. A lot of waiting around. And then I got this call that went downtown. And as soon as I dropped off downtown, around the corner I got another call. And that one came out to the airport. And there you go. Hey, yeah, this is a lot brighter than the old one. Well, not much else to say right now, so I'll be back tomorrow. I just had a good night. It is now 6:27 in the morning. I took a little longer to wash the car than usual because it had some greasy dirt that wouldn't come off of it. I'm supposed to be at the chiropractor's in just 40 minutes. I have yet to detail the interior, which I'm going to do, and I have yet to go to the bank, which I'm going to do. And just so I won't be late at the chiropractor's, I'm going to drive there rather than walk there. And here comes a great big flood of traffic from the western communities. And I want to make a left turn out of here where that traffic is coming from. I did about 280 tonight, so I can't really complain about that. It's just that the late hours of the morning, I fell asleep and I had trouble waking up to go and rush to the car wash. Oh wow, this traffic is just horrendous. Fucking let me go, let me out of here. Will there be a gap in the traffic? I hope to hell so real soon. Okay, 2 more cars. Come on, you. Come on, you. Oh, you're a bicycle? I'm gonna go now. Fuck you, bicycle. Okay. So I wonder if this phone works any better than the other one did at capturing darkness. I do have my interior lights on. And I do have the light on above the other visor. The light on this visor is still broken. See, there's no light here. Yeah, I was lucky. I had a few longer fares last night, and that made all the difference for me. That made all the difference. Yeah. I gotta go somewhere where I'm close to a garbage can where I can clean the inside of the car. Anyway, not much to report except that this week seems to be going okay. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm just pulling out of the car wash again. It is now 6:07 a.m. on Wednesday morning. This was the end of the Tuesday night. The Tuesday night looked like it was going to be really slow, and it was. I didn't do that many fares, but I had a few good ones. One of them was, okay, I was out here for about half an hour. I got my first one, was $20 taking someone home from the Walmart. And I had another one after that, which was another, half an hour later, or 45 minutes later. That was another short one, another $10 fare, okay. Then I got sent to an address that I don't get sent to often. On a little place I don't get sent to often anymore. Sure enough, the girl there went out to the ferries. She was going back home to Vancouver. So that was like a $70 fare, and that sort of set the tone for the rest of it. And I did one on call for like $40 at one point. I did another on call for $35. So I ended up doing well. I ended up with $275 for my whole night, which is okay for a Tuesday night. So I can't complain about any of that. It worked out okay. I got to watch a lot of videos, and I went to sleep several times. And in the morning hours, it was hard to get motivated to... Well, I got sent on a last call to a big hotel. And this big hotel was like a motel style thing with all the doors outside, and it was like 4 stories high. And I get there and I dial, or I call the customer, and we go through the system, and it says, "You will be connected with your fare. All calls are recorded." Okay, fine. So I call, and there's this voice on the other end saying, "Days Inn Hotel." Oh yeah, is someone called a phoned a cab from this number. Do you know anything about it? He says, "Oh, sorry, I don't know anything about that." Oh, great. Well, why didn't they give me a motel room or something? But no, just this great big hotel, and I drove around the hotel because it's got a parking lot on all sides. And I didn't see anyone coming out of any doors that was interested in a taxi. So since it was 10 minutes till the end of my shift, and I wasn't all that far from the car wash, I went down to the car wash and washed the car. And now I'm going to fuel it up. Oh, there was a bump in the road there. Yeah, I'm going to go fuel it up right here, right now. Oh yeah, there's the attendant way over there emptying out the vacuum cleaner, I guess. Oh, and he's coming back to his gas station, so he's able to turn on the pump for me. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, this was a Wednesday night. I did about 250. It was a strange one too. My first 3 trips were about $5 each. Then for my 4th one, I got this woman who was crying so much that she could barely tell me where she was going. In fact, she couldn't tell me where she was going. She didn't have the address and didn't know what street it was on, but it was past the hospital. Well, I sort of got her to the hospital, and then I got her to tell me which way to go from the hospital. And she says, okay, you go up this street, go up this street. Oh, turn into that driveway right there. Turned out to be the driveway to an apartment building. And she said, I just want to be with my brother and my family. And she pays me. It was like almost $20. She pays me and says, can you wait? In between crying and blubbering all over the place. She went up to the front where you get buzzed in, and it took her about, well, I'd been paid for it up to there, and I'd had the meter stop. But after about 5 minutes, she was unable to get into the building. And she came back, and she sort of was able to communicate to me that she wants to go back where she started. So I took her there, back to where she started, and she paid me the rest. She tried to pay me the whole thing again. At this point, it was over $30. And I said, oh no, you just owe me, you know, this much and 80 cents. And so I ended up giving her some money back. And she found a couple of dollar coins for me and gave me that, and away we went, or away I went. And I was just thrilled to be done with her. I was very, very happy to, you know, good riddance. And the rest of the night sort of went all right until about 1 o'clock or so. I had a couple hundred on. Then it took me all morning to get another $50 together, which I got. And at one point I took a guy to a place, and it was right near the car wash in View Royal, so I did the car wash about an hour early. Oh, look, there's a deer right there. He's a buck too. I don't know if you can see this guy. Maybe you can see him, I don't know. See him? See him? He's coming right here. Look at this. Okay, anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Well, this was another one of those really slow, or should I say, the night was okay before midnight. I did quite well. It was quite steady. I had almost 200 on by midnight. It took until 2 o'clock or so to have that last $10 to make it 200. And at this point in time, right about now, I've got about 250 on, and the time is 5:44, so it's nearly time to call it quits. I just realized that this phone records a mirror image of me, and it looks like I might have to do a mirror image of everything in post-production. This is the first week of using this new phone. So from your perspective, or from my perspective watching this, looking at this, I'm driving in England or Australia or somewhere. Just by nature of how the phone seems to record. I might just leave it like this anyway, it doesn't matter. But I'm not a big fan of mirror images, really. I think I can change that in post-production. I just got to go through a bunch of icons and menus to find out how to do it. I know with the older versions of the editing software you could do it, so with the new one I suppose you can. It's just more complicated to find out how to do it. Probably. Well, seeing as there's only 15 minutes of the shift and it's raining, it's not raining hard, but it's just raining. That means it would be pointless to wash the car. One thing. Oh, speed hump. They put these silly things randomly everywhere. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, not much else to say except that this week was, moderately successful. Oh, did I mention that my regular customers started paying me back and stopped doing crack? It's like a miracle almost. Hope yours is better than mine.